Yes, okay. Why is the Word document going over here? I don't understand. All right. Okay. So, welcome to story time, everybody. My name is Aaron Gray, and I'm going to be your host this evening with, Grant here. So, this story that we've been reading is a story I wrote when I was, I think, 13, 14. Last time I had, yeah, 13, 14. And it's about self-insert me going to an Adam Lambert concert, and then TLDR, I run away from my mom.
I fucking
um,
do out of nowhere, I might say.
yeah, very much out of nowhere. And I'm glad we're doing this now because my voice is starting to go, so I'm like kind of okay with this. All right, so we're on chapter 3. And chapter 3 is like, ooh, it's a tad on the longer side. This is going to be good. This is going to be great. And Grant, of course, you're welcome to jump in whenever you want to add something or if something completely makes no sense. I will be reading exactly as it is written, so I will do my best not to course correct my own grammatical mistakes. And if there's a grammatical error that I can't like a comma is placed weirdly or like really odd punctuation, like I'll make note of that. But besides that, here we go. Chapter 3, The Hunt. Which, that's a questionable chapter title, but whatever, it's fine. I ran down the hall to the main entrance. I found a corner and sat down. I kept telling myself that I will live to be 18. Then I heard Adam's voice fill the room. I was shocked. That was 2 separate sentences, might I add. Then I saw a boombox on the wall and got an idea. Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Is she gonna play? Is she gonna start playing music on the bootbox?
No, it gets worse. We got this. Oh my god. Okay, so remember, I'm only saying this because it has been a while since we've read the prior chapters. So, do you remember, for context, I had a martial arts bow staff with me. So, like, a bow staff is usually, like, 5 to 6 feet long.
Yeah.
But, like, this one was a retractable bow staff that retracts down to, like, this, like, 1-foot stick. So, kind of like Aiden Pierce's retractable tactical baton. Kind of like that, but, like, as a bow staff. So, like, keep that in mind. I threw my staff in the air, and it grew to a 6-foot long staff. Granted, you should never, if you're 5'4", you should never compete with a 6-foot long bow staff. It's not going to go well, as known from prior knowledge. I plugged in my iPod and found my XMA song. Side note, XMA means Extreme Martial Arts, because that's what it was called in my style. It's basically you just make your own form of martial arts and then put it to a song. And you make your own martial arts form and put it to music, and then you get scored on creativity and other stuff. Let me reread this sentence. I plugged in my iPod and found my XMA song and started to do my routine. Figured out how to share it in a Google Drive link. Welcome to all the rats to read. Oh, thank you. I will read that probably. Wait, where did you post it? Oh, there it is. It just took a second. It was delayed. Haha. My mom appeared, and they both stared in awe. I never told.
Appeared. It's not like she ran at you. It's not like she came around the corner. It's not like she opened a door to find you. She just teleported.
She teleported into the scene because it's plot convenience. The plot mandated her to be there. I guess, like, I was trying to go with, like, that mom appeared out of the corner of my eye or something. Yeah. But, like, I didn't, 14-year-old me didn't probably communicate that.
It also doesn't help that I believe the last time that we were, like, doing this, Adam Lambert had said stuff to your mom that you weren't there for, so the perspective is
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's gonna happen again, probably. This one gets weird. not this chapter, but the story gets weird. Not in like sexual, absolutely not sexual, but
I
like
wasn't expecting it to be like that. No.
yeah, but like there's like not to spoil it because I remember distinct moments of the story and I want to read ahead, but like I'm forcing myself not to because I want it to be a surprise when I go and reread this for this. So I'm like, oh shit, like I actually said this. Like what the fuck was I thinking? I never told her that I made a routine. When I finished, they both applauded. Why would mom applaud if she's like, I guess like maybe like I was going for like, oh my god, like my child did this. Wow, cool. But like she still hates me or something. I don't know. I was glad about this, but still upset. I was about to burst into tears, but then I grabbed my iPod and rushed past them and vanished around the corner. I don't have to put "and" after every action item that I do. Oh my goodness. Oh, and here's another thing of perspective. Apparently I could hear this, but I wasn't present for it. I'll go try to calm her, Adam said. You stay here. He ran off in my direction. Like, how would I have been able to hear that? Was I, like, Aiden piercing it and, like, hacked into a security camera or some shit? Like, I don't understand. Also, I feel like this needs music. So we're gonna pull up Spotify right now, because I feel like background music is much needed at the moment. Providing I don't have to log into Spotify. Oh, no! Okay. I'm gonna find a song to put on repeat. Give me a second. How are we doing, Grant?
Right now I'm just
Baffled.
trying to think of the story. Yeah.
Baffled.
Also, I was thinking of you playing Party Rockin' in the House tonight while you while you did that. That's another thing I was thinking about.
Tonight. Everybody just have a good time. Oh god, my throat is dying.
It's gonna be a bitch whenever we do this next week because there's gonna be a lot of characters to voice.
And that's gonna be before an open house. I'm gonna cry. I'm trying to find a song. I'm very vested in this Adam Lambert character. I can't tell if that's like sarcasm as to like you know who Adam Lambert is in real life or like you don't know who he is. I hope it's the former. Oh god, where's all my instrument? Okay, wait. I'll just go with this. You gonna play?
I guess not.
No, it's just taking its time. Grant, you're not gonna hear this because it's not shared to you.
That's fair.
But it's just to provide some background music while we do this. All right. I was huddled in a corner with my hands hugging my legs and my staff laid next to me. It's supposed to say it laying next to me. You what, Lex? You what? Please tell me you know who Adam Lambert is. He was like my biggest crush when I was.
I'm gonna look up what Adam Lambert
grader.
looks like because I don't have a face to the name.
Oh yes, Adam Lambert is very gay. But not like in your like what you would deem as like your stereotypical gay.
Yeah, he looks very gay.
He's very hot. Very good looking. And like he's like he maintains himself, which is like very nice. To be fair, I've heard of
like
the name.
He now has like a beard.
Yeah, he does. To be fair, I've heard the name Adam Lambert before, but I'd be lying to you if I said I had a face to it. Yeah, look him up. He's famous. He tours with Queen now. He was a runner-up on American Idol Season 8. He should have won, but like he has more success as a runner-up than...
He looks like such an emo kid.
He is such an... He's a punk rocker. God, I love him. Excuse me.
I like his like current style more than I liked his like fucking style back in the American Idol.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's literally just the stereotypical like emo kid, while his current one, although I've seen some variations of it,
It's
at least,
sophisticated emo kid.
yeah, it's more. It looks like he puts more effort into it, which is why it looks nicer.
Or like maybe he's just
Emo-
more comfortable because like he's like out and like
Maybe.
It's
Also
more
true.
accepting to be gay than it was back in whenever season 8 aired of American Idol.
2009.
Wow, fuck, that was 2009. Holy crap. Last image I remember of him, he had black hair. I think he still does have black hair.
Yeah, it looks like he has black hair. It looks like he put highlights in like the hair that's like curved over, but it's mostly
Yeah.
black. Anyways, I just wanted to put a face to the, name.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Adam approached slowly, now knowing that I could probably flip him over.
What?
I think
Making
I
a lot of
was
assumptions here.
I think I was referring to like, oh, like I think I was going for the effect of like Adam assumed like, oh, she's a martial artist, so she could probably like defend herself and like flip me over. So kind of like doing a Susato takedown, but like it doesn't come across well.
Just imagine you trying to take him down. He's like, as if I haven't been tossed before.
I think when I wrote this, like, I didn't really realize what gay was. I think I knew, but, like, I didn't know. And I think I talked about this last time. Because, like, I think there's, like... I don't know what undertones I go with. Yeah, I think it's... I don't remember. So I'm not going to say anything because I don't remember. He sat down beside me. A tear rolled down my cheek. "Why are you upset?" he whispered. I looked at him, then back towards the wall. What wall? The wall... Try and picture, like, my back
I don't even
leaning
know if we're in
against
a
the
room
wall.
or not.
No, we're, like, in a hallway somewhere.
Okay.
That's, like... That's how I... Because, like, as I'm retelling this, like, I'm remembering how I pictured it in my head, and I did, like, a poor job explaining anything.
Like the spatial awareness, you ran off from another room where the band was practicing, and now I don't know where the fuck you are.
The way I imagine it, I ran out of the auditorium and into, like, the box office and, like, food court area of the venue. Because I was picturing it as to be, like, a theater, not, like, a sports arena. And then, like, I did the routine there, and then I ran off down a hallway. And I'm, like, hiding in a corner somewhere. Near bathrooms, I think. I don't remember. I was never really good at tensing, nor was I good at good descriptions either. I've gotten better with that. But, sometimes I never, like, I don't want to do too much description because I don't want to end up like Stephanie Meyer, who, like, bored the literal crap out of me when I tried to read New Moon. And I was, like, so bored because there was so much description. I'm like, I don't need this much. Just get to the action at this point. So it's like, you have to know a fine balance. And this is not a fine balance. Oh, man. Ready for a plot twist, everybody? She's not my real mom, I mumbled. I think I lost Grant with this one.
What did you mumble?
She's not my real mom.
What the fuck?
What a plot twist, am I right? What a good way to incorporate the plot twist as well. For the record, I am not adopted. I don't know where this adoption storyline came from. Don't know what trauma this stemmed from. Not sure.
You just really wanted to be adopted, I guess.
I guess it made sense for the trauma this character goes through, I guess. I don't know. He stops.
Even then, I don't feel like it would be too much trauma because she did take care of you and she loves you. Unless you were fucking kidnapped.
I don't know. I think that's gonna be, explained. Maybe not in this chapter, but in future chapters. I don't know. He stopped smiling. Adam was now in awe. When I was 4, I got separated from my parents. I was put up for adoption. This mother took me in. She was friendly at first. As soon as I turned 10, my life started to change.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, this is so cringe. How did she change your life? He asked. She treated me like I was her slave. She made me do all the chores in the house, make her dinner, and on top of that, I had homework, taekwondo, and a band to manage, I replied. Granted, the character's 12 going on 13, so I guess she's been living this life for like 3 years at this point. I
I
don't
like how she
know.
specifically says dinner, so dinner's the only thing that she makes for her mom. So it's not like an all three-course meal.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
just
she only
dinner.
makes the dinner.
Probably because, like, in my head, I was thinking about, like, oh, like, I don't eat breakfast, I didn't eat breakfast in the morning. I would have lunch at school, and then I would be home for dinner. So, like, oh, dinner would be the logical thing for me as this child slave to make every night, I guess. Also, this one's Cinderella real fast. I don't even know Cinderella. I watched Cinderella when I was a kid, but, like, I never, like, I don't remember it. I blocked it out of my memory because it was the old,
Essentially,
it
the
was the
idea was
old, live action that scared the living crap out of me.
live action.
Yeah, there was an old live action of Cinderella.
Oh,
Hated
okay.
it. Scared me.
I didn't even know that was a thing, but I guess fair enough. The story basically is the mother dies, so the dad gets remarried to a bitch of a stepmother for some reason that they never explain. Which, by the way, I would like to point out that if the dad saw that the stepmother was fucking abusing Cinderella, why the fuck didn't he do anything about that? Because I feel like that means he's a bad guy, but they always say like he dies soon after for some
No
reason,
one knows.
implying that the stepmother might have killed him.
Aaron, I really appreciate your willingness to embarrass yourself a little bit. You a real one. Listen, this is quality content, is it not? Like, I'm getting a laugh out of this. Like, I think, like, this is great. Like, this is good content, in my opinion.
Also really easy to make fun of your past self from, like, a while ago.
Yeah, really. Well, like, and also just, like, to kind of, like, see, like, this is where I was as a writer, and then to kind of look and see, like, wow, I published a book. And be like, wow, like, I came so far in the span of under 10 years. Are you
not entertained?
Are you not entertained? I am entertained. I hope Grant is entertained. I hope chat is entertained.
I've actually seen the Spartacus TV show that I'm pretty sure that's from.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Oh my god, like, okay, if I could go on a bit of a tangent.
No,
So,
I'm not allowing it right now. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Ryan is entertained. I'm glad you're entertained, Ryan. I hope my prior fan fiction does not discourage you to know that you're probably going to be in one of my next stories. Maybe not my next stories, but like within my science fiction universe. Because I put people I know in this. This is entertaining indeed. Very good. Very good. Well, like, you redeemed it, Combat Butler, so I hope you're entertained. Puppies! Okay. I replied. I started to cry. 2 separate sentences for that, when you could have just made it 1. He rubbed my back. I pulled back because of the pain. Oh, because I guess the scarring I have from a lightning strike from like 4 years ago that hasn't healed properly. If we remember that bit from chapter 2.
No, I don't, actually.
And before some random person in the background of a future book. Oh, Mary, you would probably get yourself a whole book. Honestly, probably. Because, like, I base my characters around people that I know. So.
You just put me as an old man.
I should make a book where it's actually, like, people playing D&D, but the D&D game they're playing is actually, like, real life. That would be cool. And then that means you can make many random wacky voices.
Yeah.
Mary, you're special. You're my best friend. Also, because, like, we roleplay all the time, so, like, I know, like, what character, like, I could make you and be fine with it.
Talking about Mary or me?
Yes.
Fair.
I mean, we don't roleplay, but, like, Mary and I do. But, like, we still talk. So, yeah. Anyway. I gave a whimper, and he started to rub my arm. This is uncomfortable.
How old is he at this time again?
I think he was in his late 20s when I wrote this. I don't think I made him younger than what he was at the time I wrote this. Oh, look at the little Almas. Oh, I love Alma. Also, yes, I did put the same song on repeat because I don't want to have to like adjust volume every time because I know the song is pretty mellow. How is she feeling? My mom called. How did the mom know where we were? Why didn't she wouldn't just come up to us? Like, I'm confused.
I'm just surprised that it took her longer to get to you than it did for fucking Adam Lambert.
I know, right? Because plot convenience, am I right?
He's like, oh, I need to go talk to my daughter, but first.
But first. Also, if anyone wants to be a character in my book, let me know. I can let you live or kill you horrifically. Oh no. I looked up in my alert position. Lex, I mean, you could put a call for that in oh god, what server area is it? It's in content creators in search of. If you're like, hey, if you want to be a character in my book, let me know. You can put something there if you like. Not required, but if you would like.
I was gonna say, the only request I make about my character is that he dies saving someone if he has to die.
Still can die a horrific death, but it must be to save someone else.
Exactly. That's my only request.
Alright. I looked up in my alert position. Wait here, Adam told me. And I'm gonna read this as how I pictured it in my head when I was like 13 years old making this. Make her go away, I cried. He nodded and stood up. He went around the corner and frowned. So hold on, wait a second. Wait.
He was smiling the whole time.
No.
Until that point.
I didn't even pick up on that, but okay. So like, the mom is close enough for us to maybe hear her, for us to hear her, or for her to hear us. And then Adam gets up, walks, like, so if I'm like sitting here, he's here, and then like walks this way to like where the hallway is. Oh wait, my hand's not in frame. To where the hallway is, like, and we can still see him that he's frowning. So like, how close is the mom? Like, the mom would just have to peer around the corner and then we'd get caught.
I've just given up on the spatial awareness situation of it all, to be honest.
It's bothering me.
That's fair, it's your story, but I'm just like, okay, they're just in a nebulous void, all right. That's my thinking.
Yeah, and also like I'm also the same person now. When I made my book, like, I had to picture maps of the station. I started drawing them out because I wanted it to be accurate of like where I'm saying each thing is in relation to each other. So
That's a decent idea.
yeah, I have like a whole notebook somewhere. Oh, it's right here actually. Boom. Y'all are getting great content tonight. Y'all should be happy about this. Oh no, it's coming out of my book. Oh.
It just makes it fit over the top.
I got you, Grant. I'll make you just a little over the top. Spatial awareness, unimportant. Only Lambert. Yeah, so, here, I don't know if that's gonna focus, but this is what a layout of, like, a standard habitation suite would be. And then I have, like, specifications on this side of, what it would contain and everything. And then I started the engineering hub. And then... oh, and then this was my initial sketch of my book cover that I had someone put into Blender. And then here, which I had to sticky in, is aerial view of what like the station would look like, but a very crude drawing. But yay, in my softbound notebook that I love very dearly. Alright, let's continue. Oh god, this is gonna get even more cringe. I couldn't find her, Adam started. She must have went out the back door. Is there any possible place she likes to go? He asked. Okay. Considering that I've been watching nothing but true crime not podcasts, but like true crime videos, like, if this was, like, an actual parent, like, they would, like, overturn the place trying to find their kid. Even if before that, they would already be calling the police.
Yeah.
Like, if you have, like, a rampaging child who's, like, had a meltdown, a temper tantrum, and just disappeared, you'd be calling the cops. And then you'd be looking around everywhere, and you'd be alerting building security, like, hey, if you see this kid, don't let them leave, type of thing.
The first 24 hours are the most important whenever a kid is lost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I watched a case to someone's interrogation today, where they showed no concern for a missing child. Where the fuck is the back door? I don't know. I'm assuming just down the hall. I don't know. I did not plan this well, if you couldn't tell. It was just self-fulfilling fanfiction, as what it is, as much like what my smut is at this point. People are like, oh my god, this is so good. I can't wait to see what you do to develop this person's character. And I'm like, I have no plan. We're just making shit up as we go at this point. Okay. Is there any possible place she likes to go? He asked. The park, my mom yelled. She loves nature. Okay, I'll stay here if she comes back.
Do you not have, like, a forest nearby?
Conveniently, right next to this near New York City theater art center is a park. Conveniently right next door. Conveniently. Okay, I'll stay here if she comes back, and you go check the park, Adam stated. Mom nodded and ran out the door. How are you viewing this? Unless if I'm seeing this from, like, a third-person camera perspective. Like, how would I have known, like, unless if I'm, like, literally just watching, and she just doesn't notice me. Like,
that's what I'm thinking, like,
she rolls
the perspective is weird.
The mom rolled a 1 for perception. That's the only explanation for this.
Well, you rolled a nat 20 for your fucking sneak.
Yeah, exactly. She rolled a 1 on perception check. Like, that floor looks very... This sounds like a lot like old AI awareness. I guess, probably, because, like, I was a kid and just, like, didn't know. Like, I don't think as a kid I had the foresight to know what my character wouldn't know. Or can see happening. Central Park, you know, just a block over from unnamed theater. Yeah. Adam came over to me and offered his hand. I grabbed it and he hoisted me off the floor. His hand was ice cold and he was really strong. How would I determine what really strong was? Just by picking a 12-year-old off the floor with just, like, pulling your hand up? Like, okay, I see you, young past me.
Just in my head, I'm like, anyone that can lift me up is strong.
Have you seen my daughter? Daughter's 10 feet away. No, totally not. Oh, okay. Well, let me know if she comes back, though. Through means I am not giving you, runs off. And I'm pretty sure this is the last we see of the mom, but I could be wrong. Past me liked plot twists, so there might be plot twists. I'm not sure. I'll call the limo to come around back, and you wait here. If your mom comes, in quotations, run to the back door, he told me. I nodded. I refused to talk, because I was afraid I'll scream a curse word or something.
Oh no!
Oh no! Wait, what?
And oh no, it's a curse word.
Oh no, I thought you said, oh no, stream died. And I'm like, no, it cannot.
No.
Fucking can't. Knock on wood. Fucking can't die. Like, oh no, a curse word. Oh no, that'd be bad. Fucking shit, piss. I think 13-year-old me would be proud. Like, wow, she could say cocks on stream and not get mad at it. Not make people mad. Cool. I don't think 13-year-old me knew what a cock was. Or a dick. I don't think so.
I would hope
I
not.
was pretty naive until I found Urban Dictionary and Omegle. Then I was no longer innocent.
I was gonna say, then you found the horny site.
Then I found the horny sites. Yes, I did. Okay. Then, before he screamed a curse word or something, he ran off to the back door, and I stood there, with my arm leaning against the wall. Then I heard a voice. "So, you're all alone?" the man asked. I nodded. Good, I'm assuming gender roles. Very nice. I nodded. Then I felt someone breathe over my shoulder.
Is it Adam Lambert?
Edgy teen Aaron is 3 edge, 5 me. Oh my god. Oh my god, this is... Oh my god. I know what this is referencing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I turned around and he kicked me to the floor. Oh no. I'm a black belt. I shouldn't be treated like this. I did a kip up and grabbed my staff. A kip up is like when you kick yourself, you're laying flat on your floor and you like kick your feet up to propel you off the floor. Just in case people don't know what that is, because this is martial arts language. Or stunt language. The man grabbed it, broke it in half, and threw it behind him. This is me with this fic right now. I'm breaking it in half. And just be like, this is shit. This is trash. This man is the self-insert of everyone listening to this. It's like, what the fuck is this shit? Hey, that thing cost a fortune, I yelled. He pinned me to the wall. I squirmed, but I couldn't break free. For the record, this is not leading to what you think it's going to be leading to. There's no sexual assault is happening here. I promise.
I believe you.
I promise. Absolutely not. Absolutely, I promise. It's not. Nothing bad is going. Nothing of sexual nature is going to happen. I used to watch WWE a lot. A lot of DX and Shawn Michaels, so I remember what a kip up is. Oh, cool. Fun. Good. Keep that knowledge. I won't hurt you, he said. All I need is you to come with me. I stared into his eyes. They were fire red. Oh, no. It's vampire fan fiction.
Wait, what?
Oh, my God.
He's supposed to be a vampire? I thought that was metaphorical, not literal red.
Oh, okay, we're already in this deep. I might as well. So...
Did you, like, watch the Twilight in the middle of this or something?
No, I did not. I read Twilight in 6th grade. Never watched it. Why not Leaf Green, though? I see what you did there, Combat Mother. Why not Alpha Sapphire? You know, dominant man, gotta be dominant, God. So, the reason I got into Adam Lambert was because my mom loved him on American Idol. So, during the season finale, so their season finale for season 8, I was watching it with them, with my mom and my dad, and a True Blood commercial came on for HBO's show, and like that's when like I had like a subconscious sexual awakening in me at the age of 11. And I paired it with Adam Lambert, so like those two memories are like they're hand in hand. So I often wrote fan fiction involving Adam and vampires. So I'm pretty sure that's where this is coming from. Boo. Who are you booing, Lex? You better not be booing me and my tale of how this came to be, kind of. But does that make sense?
A little bit.
I did not realize it was 10:17. Oh, fuck. Alright. Then I screamed as loud as I could. I heard Adam running towards us. How would I know? Like, can I differentiate whose footsteps are whose? Unless if, like, I saw him coming or something down the hall. I don't know. The man pulled out a knife. Adam came into view. Yeah, so how did I know it was Adam running? Hey man, what you got there? A knife! No!
Hey man, what you got there? A knife!
No! Put her down, now, he demanded. He looked at me. Who is looking at me? Adam? Or the mysterious man? The world will never know. His eyes were filled with anger. Oh, come on, bro. Can't I have a little fun from time to time? What does that mean? What does that mean?
I was gonna say, have a little fun, dude. Also, the red eyes thing, is he not a vampire or is he with anger? I'm confused.
I'm not telling. I'm not telling because I think that's going to be a plot point later. The man asked while letting me go. I dropped to the floor as I stood against the wall. This is all the info I know. These two people are brothers, and they hate each other's lifestyle. Where did I get that information from? What? More specifically, the back half of that information. Like, the brother thing, like, okay. Well, like, maybe not, because, like, I could call people bruh or bro, and they don't have to be, like, my biological sibling. So, like, the foresight that I had as a 12-year-old in this story, whew, amazing. Maybe I have mystical powers or some shit. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if I actually did that to my character. If I gave myself...
Your real dad was Adam Lambert the whole time.
Oh my god. I would cry. Oh my god. The character's named Aiden, but spelled with an A. Oh my god, I foresaw Watch Dogs, my love for Aiden Pearson Watch Dogs, when I was 13 years old. This is... oh my god. Oh my god. Aiden, just leave her alone, and then we'll see, Adam replied. I can leave if you want me to, Aiden started, but before I do... hold on, wait, I gotta count the dots here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... 7 or 8? 7. 7 dots. But before I do... ... He looked directly at me. I was terrified. He lunged forward and stabbed the knife into my right thigh. How did he stab it into you? Like, parallel? Perpendicular? I'm confused. Okay. I screamed as I fell to the floor in such pain. Wait, wasn't I already on the floor?
Fucking, I don't know. Maybe he picked you up and threw you down again.
Maybe. Very carefully. He pulled out the knife and ran down the hall. Adam quickly came over and knelt beside me. What hurts? He asked. I patted my... No, my head hurts. Plot twist, Aiden Pierce is a vampire. No, don't give me fanfic ideas. Please. I don't need... I fucking would write Aiden Pierce as a vampire fanfiction. Please don't. Just gotta say, excuse me, I am an apple in my Dutch lesson on Duolingo. That was fun. Ash, is that your gender? Are you an apple? I didn't know that. Wow, amazing. /J.
I identify as apple, more specifically a green Granny Smith apple.
Oh man, I still find that hilarious how... Well, 1, I think it's cool that you're trying to learn Dutch. That is very cool. 2, I find it funny how Duolingo made you say that sentence and had no issue with it. Sounds like what happened...
They are, but they're filled with so much sugar.
Sounds like what happened to Carolina and RVB during Cloak and Dagger, I believe. Oh, yeah! Was it her I remember Locust got stabbed in the shoulder during that. What hurts? I don't know, Adam Lambert. Maybe the giant fucking knife wound in my leg? Where'd you get stabbed? Got stabbed in the lap. What's the fucking lap? Got shot in the lap. Do it. Granny Smith apples are the shit, though. I'm half Dutch, can't write it, but can speak it pretty decently. Oh, Combat Butler, that's actually pretty cool. Yay, small worlds, we help each other, yay. That was season 13 with Wash literally free threw a dagger at Lucas after splattering him with blood. Oh yeah, I remember that. That fight scene gives me so much euphoria. It was so fucking good. Anyway, we're almost done with this chapter. I patted my thigh, and he examined it. Then, the next thing I knew, I was in his arms. Adam sprinted to the outside and ordered the driver to open the door. We got in, and he got in and put me in the other seat. Take us to the airport? No, we're just not gonna go to a hospital. We're just gonna go to the fucking airport.
I know, like, I know this is actually the proper metaphor whenever you say in his arms. For some reason, with that, how crazy things are, I just imagine you going actually inside his arm, like fucking, like kids, like what's it called? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids style.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell.
Miles and crew know how to write a good fight scene. Oh, yes, they do. I got shot and he gave me a foot rub. Oh, neat combat. I'm learning because I have friends in Belgium and their Discord is mostly Dutch speaking and I hate feeling like an asshole by making them talk in English. Oh, gotcha. I can't feel my foot. Is that normal? Yeah, but nothing a little orange juice can't fix. Orange juice is magic, okay. Yes, it is. Wait, that's a thing? Okay. Take us to the airport, he told the chauffeur. The man nodded and pulled out of the parking lot. Adam put on his seatbelt and put me in his lap. No, uncomfy. Give me your coat, Adam told me. When was I wearing a coat, though?
I don't know.
I don't recall wearing a coat. Adam told me.
I thought you were wearing a dress, actually.
I don't think I was wearing a dress. I think I was wearing jeans. Cause
you wore something special. I remember that you were gonna pick up normal stuff, but you went to the closet and were like, "I want to dress up nice," and you picked something else.
Wait, hold on. Let's refer back 4 pages earlier. I don't think I specified what I was wearing.
Okay. It could have just been me. Maybe I'm mixing up with another story, but I thought that's what I was like in the first chapter.
It might be, but it's not in the place where I think it's supposed to be. Okay. Give me your coat, Adam told me. I gave it to him, and he wrapped it around my wound. Then I noticed the car was really cold and started to shiver. Adam noticed. Oh, good. Repeating the word notice. That's good. Adam noticed as he slipped off his leather jacket and wrapped it around my upper body. Wait. Okay, hold on. If I had a person sitting in my lap, like, not sitting upright, but, like, leaned back across my lap, like, how could I put the coat around? Okay. Spatial awareness does not exist in this story, apparently.
Nope.
He wrapped it around, noticed, and he slipped off his leather jacket and wrapped it around my upper body. It was warm, and I drifted off into a deep sleep. Ah, yes, the classic sleep cutaway that I am very much known for in my younger stories. And that is the end of the 3rd chapter.
Well, all right then. Was it as good for you as it was for me, everybody?
Not as many cringy moments, but
it's more a whole lot of what? That's what
yeah,
I would say it is.
I was hoping there would be more grammatical errors, but
People just keep talking about.
I want to read ahead, but I'm like, I can't. Hey, Snail Bay, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Hacker Rats. How are you doing on this fine evening? And let me read up chat here. I just drank a whole shit ton of orange juice today. I better be able to shoot rainbows from my eyes and magically levitate shit. I mean, you could probably get shot in the foot and be fine. Just don't drink too much orange juice. It'll give you the shits. And then Mary drank a full Bubba thermos full of OJ. You go to shit in. It's like 24 ounces. That was interesting. God, my butler, you redeemed it. So, you're welcome. I fulfilled the redeem.
I said, I hope it was worth the notes, Combat.
Yeah, I hope it's worth it. I had a whole carton one afternoon and regret it. That was a fucking roller. Yeah, that was a fucking roller coaster. First time chat from a viewer. Ooh, exhausting. Been working on internships all day. LOL. How's your day been? Oh my god, you have an internship? Wow, I also have an internship. Wow, internship buddies. Wow, very cool. My day was good. I was very productive at work today, which is great because like this entire week I have not been productive at work. I shouldn't say that. And came home, had a meeting, and then had an interview. I had a 10-minute interview over Microsoft Teams. It was my first time using Microsoft Teams, and I was a little freaked out that they used the Skype sound for Microsoft Teams. So I'm like, why is Skype open? And I did a little turn in my chair, like, why is Skype open? Hello? And was confused and was like, oh, it's Microsoft Teams. But they seem to have liked my interview, which is bueno. And I'm very much appreciative of it. And I hope I get to a second round interview. But hopefully you get some good sleep tonight, Snail Bay. Thank you for dropping by. I love new viewers. I love new followers. It's just, it's exciting. I don't know when you joined, but like that was Storytime, which is a 35k redeem on my channel. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to get big boy job. A keyword is trying. By the way, my mom passed that test I was telling you about earlier. Oh, yay! Exciting! Everyone put hearts and rats and almas in the chat for Mary and her mom. Yes, and welcome to the Rat Pack. Feel free to join the Discord server. We have some fun, and we complain a lot about things. I like complaining, so we have a vent location in the server. Squeak! Yes. Lex squeaks. Does the school squeak squeak? Alright. Well, thank you everyone for joining. I very much appreciate it, and I'm sure Grant appreciates it as well. Complaining is what I live for. Complaining and being petty is what I live for. Alright. Grant, since you're my special guest tonight, is there any stream that you would like us to raid specifically in terms of, like, game? That someone is playing?
I don't have anyone specific in mind.
Well, I meant like a game. Like, what game would you like to see us raid over to someone playing that game?
If I had to say which game, I would probably... I'm gonna go ahead and say Diablo Resurrected.
Okay. Ooh, okay. First
the games I would want to choose are games that I don't know if anyone's streaming because they're just like that out there, but yeah. I know that people are doing StarCraft Remastered and Diablo Remastered, essentially.
Ooh. See you beautiful rodents in the Discord. Yes, Slack, see you in the Discord. Thank you for sharing your work and for being here. It's always appreciated. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna quickly turn off Spotify now. Woo. Alright, great. Let's see. Just be LGBTQIA because I want to watch those streamers because those streamers are pretty cool. I don't know. I don't know what Diablo's about, so like I'm going into this very confused.
Essentially, it's about you trying to. Well, you're in Tristram, I believe, and your objective is essentially try to kill Diablo. It just is a lot of like goal posts you have to go through before you can do that.
Gotcha. Alright, so I found Coreactor, I think that's their name.
React.
There was another streamer that looked promising, but they're an 18 plus only, and I don't know if we have anyone who's not 18 plus here, so I don't like to raid over to those people because I don't want to ostracize my audience.
That might just be because of all the violence and blood.
Well, no, certain streamers make their content 18 only, or they prefer to have their content. Gonna go bully Choco. Have fun, Raiders. Okay, bye, Alex. Thank you for joining. Some people just prefer to have 18 plus because they don't want to deal with children, which makes sense. But I'm of the belief of like, oh, like anyone is welcome to pop in. They just need to follow the rules, and if they don't follow the rules, then there's gonna be issues. Actually, Grant, I'm gonna veto you because I have two people who are streaming right now. And one of them needs a little love because they only have one viewer. So we're gonna go give Gabberwocky some love. I believe her pronouns are she. She's playing Rusty Lake Roots, and I have no idea what this game is. So we're gonna go raid over to her. Thank you for joining. Always appreciated. If you're not already following and like the content you saw, please give a follow. Please join the Discord. It's a lot of fun. We have a grand time in there. Sunday may be a stream, not sure, but Tuesday and Thursday most definitely, and then Friday we'll be back with more Greatest Attorney, providing that everything works well. Thank you for the hearts! Y'all are so cute. Alright, and let's go raid. Woo!
Everyone is beautiful.